Welcome to my channel. This is Terrence Triano. I am the Local Disaster Risk Reduction Management Officer of Kalibo. It's a bit long, worthy, and that's actually my title. I am the Division Chief for the MDRRMO Kalibo. Uh, this is not my first webinar. I've done a lot of this on so many platforms, including I do have a Patreon account, including Patreon for some of the paid tactical advices and stuff, consultancies, or Anyway, so this is my channel. Also support my channel. This is my YouTube channel. T3 Takmed Terrence Triano. Click on the subscribe button para makabulig-bulig sa akong channel. At the same time, also the like so that madali imang usuyon. Kapinta kong sa searches at DRR. Raya module. This is the first module, by the way. This will be my first webinar done recorded. Bukod at live streamed. So this is recorded, and I'll tell you about how we can come about sa fact na kinahanglan ninyo nga mag-obtain it bisan soft copy it certificate of completion, and as you noticed, I usually talk in English, especially if I'm facing camera, but try na akong i-Aklanon gid imaw para madali. When I do a live audience nga instruction or seminar, it's usually in a mix between English and Aklanon, but mostly Aklanon. But once I face the camera, I usually switch to English. I'm not sure why. Okay, so let's go head on to the content. So this is me, by the way. I am the division chief, like I said. I am also a tactical medic and an emergency medical technician, tactical. I am also a branch head of the Society of Water Rescue Survival and Research Pilipinas, or SWRSR Pilipinas, the originator of Oitemate here in the Philippines. Oitemate meant lying face up, waiting for rescue. This is actually a Japanese method, and I'll probably make a module about that some other time, but let's concentrate on this one. International participant, by the way, on the JICA Disaster Risk Reduction Training in Kobe City and Sendai in Japan. That was years ago, about 4 or 5 years ago. Also, I'm an Oitemate International Instructor for the Society of Water Rescue, Survival and Research, Japan. I am also a guest instructor for EMS NC2 course for the St. Gabriel College Technical Vocational Department. Also, I was an international guest lecturer for the joint KOICA-JICA Forum International Volunteerism in Seoul, South Korea. Now, let's head on to the guidelines or reminders. We are, by the way, on the new normal, and if you are in a public area with a group taking part in this webinar, like for instance, nagatanaw ka, una sa gimbutangin nyo ron sa projector, then ag-una ka mo in public or bisan sa sud bagay, compound, basta sa guwa ka mo. I'm talking sa guwa. Kung sa guwa ka mo, do not forget to wear a face mask and maintain social distancing. This is hard for Filipinos because we are not used to having that personal space. Do yun sa bilog na problem. So, be aware. Be always aware. This is the new normal now. Sa bilog pagid. This pre-recorded webinar will be best viewed using a smart TV. If you're using a smart TV, then it's good. Or a TV computer box attached to an LED TV, that will be good also. mas wider din yung kuan kung abo ka mo, mas manami nga maka-share dahil ka mo kung nakakuan mas smart TV. And then a desktop computer. It can be done also with a laptop or a tablet with a 10-inch screen or higher. Best viewed imauron di karon. But if you are, by the way, this is in 1080p format. Wa ako nag-shoot it 4K ka, lisod mag upload sa YouTube. If you are participating using a smartphone, just like most people are doing in this new normal, I know most people are using smartphones. So if you're using something like this, you may use an in-ear headset. That headset git nga may linya, and then an earbud or earpod. You can use that, or a Bluetooth, just like this one. Over-the-ear headset. That will work. You can listen to it. Mas mabaskog ro audio. Another thing. As I shall be officially issuing a soft copy, of course, soft copy yun makaron. One contact abi dapat. So, it is a soft copy with certificate of completion, signed by me, nga may digital signature. Please be aware that this is only valid within the jurisdiction of the municipality of Kalibo, the province of Aklanon, Republic of the Philippines. Although for some employers or official mga companies ay gina-accept na dahil actually it's almost similar sa other sa mga ibang areas yung gina-conductan ng seminars. So by the way, this is module 1 pagkatara. We have 3 modules. If you have questions, by the way, please type on the comment section below. I'll try to get back to you once I read it. Hopefully buko na masyadong busy. And then the certificate of completion will be sent via the participant's Facebook Messenger or email. So how am I going to know? It's not on the comments below. It is not bukwat sa mga comments on. Click on the link below. I-attach ko ron sa description daya nga video ro link sa Google. And then una karon i-click niyo your link, una ro survey questionnaire form. Log in ka mo di ka to, and then i-accomplish ang ninyo ro yun. That's one way for me to find out nga sino nakakompleto ag nakayubot sa raya webinar. The survey is a cut and dry basic information request, but the questionnaire will serve as a basis that the participant understood the content of the webinar. Doing the reason karon. Imot may unang question and answer. It's about 10 questions kung hindi ko masuga. Magumumanang. It's either true or false or multiple choice. Just for me to find out nga nakayubot ka mo sa akon nga ginahinambay nga ra. Anyway, let's proceed sa content. Again, this is an orientation on disaster risk reduction management at Philippine and Kalibo disaster situation. This is the first module. So, let's head on to the topic about weather. So, the Philippine Area of Responsibility or the PAR. By the way, PAR, kita nyo yung linya nga ron sa linya gid nga ron sa sa mapa. Bukod ay base naisip naton border naton ron. Bukod ang border naton. Tanawa sa ibabaw, pinakaibabaw it mapa nga ron. It will show you Taiwan. Matsagin sakop naton na Taiwan. No, this is not our border, but this is the imaginary Philippine Area of Responsibility. It is it can be plotted by GPS. As you can see that there are GPS coordinates there. But this is one way nga ro Pag-asa or the Philippine Atmospheric, Geophysical, and Astronomical Services Administration will be able to monitor ro speed, ro dagagan, agro anang direction it is ka bagyo. Because most ang bagyo ay naga-emanate sa Pacific Ocean. So that's one of the reasons why. And we are unique. We're the only one nga naga-rename it Bagyo. Iba ro name sa guwa, pag sumugod imo sa Philippine Area of Responsibility, iba ro pangalan sa Pilipinas. We are unique. We're the only ones who do that. So once nga sumugod imaw, for example yung 36W imaw sa guwa, din nga actual nga name sa guwa at Pilipinas, pag sugod na sa Philippine Area of Responsibility, ginapangaganan naton. Like for instance, Typhoon Yolanda. Hayant ana imaw sa guwa. Pag sugod iya, Typhoon Yolanda ut ana. So that's one example. Now, there are 5 typhoons that caused the heaviest damage to properties in the Philippines. The first of which is Super Typhoon Yolanda or Typhoon Yolanda. The international name of Yolanda is Haiyan, and this is the most recent, most devastating. Kung tanawon mo cost damages, it's 36 billion worth of damages. Total no, 36 billion. 18 billion sa infrastructure, 18 billion sa agriculture. Region 4A, Region 4B, Region 4, Region 5, Region 6, which is kita, kay Bahan karon, Region 7, Region 8, and Caraga region are affected. Now, there are other typhoons. Number 2 is Ruping. Ana nga total is 10.8 billion. It is followed by Typhoon, parehong R. Rosing, 10.7 billion. Ranang ko na 0.1 ranang nga difference. 0.1 something. And then the fourth is Typhoon Kadyang. Ana nga total is 8.7 billion damages. Daya nga ra nga ginhambay na ako ng mga damages. This is only sa cost. Sa cost it damages. I'm not talking about deadliest. And then the fifth na for this part is Loleng. 6.7 billion. Typhoon Loleng. Typhoon Kadyang is in 1993. Typhoon Loleng is 1998. So, what if we say we say nga nga top 5 sa most lives taken. May mga nagkagamatay. Dyer top 5. Number 1, base na naton is Typhoon Yolanda. But by the way, this data is puro estimate kita dahil 1881. The first one is Typhoon Haifong, 1881. Puro estimated 20,000 dead. Second is Super Typhoon Yolanda or Haiyan, 2013. Dead is 6,155, injured 28,626, and then missing is 1,785. It is followed by Tropical Storm Uring, 1991, 5,081 nagkagamatay. Okay, the fourth typhoon that took a lot of lives is Typhoon Pablo. This is in 2012, 1,901. 1,901. And then you have also, of course, Typhoon Rosing. Hindi ko magsaga, Raya nakakuan sa may Eastern Visayas, nakapatay. Or Mok, if I'm not mistaken. 882 estimated deaths. So that's for the typhoon, but why do we prepare for emergencies or disasters? Din pa kutana. And of course, provided niya sabat, we have no choice. We are living in a disaster-prone area. The Philippines is a disaster-prone area. Imagine all types of disasters. Comment below kung ano except sa snow, except sa snow. Bakit snow abi? Iba nag-wish nga may snow, pero by the way, it's not a fun it's not fun. I'm telling you, it's not fun. Rugamig. Yeah, snow-based disasters are not present, but almost all types of disasters, yakaton. So we have no choice. We are living in a disaster-prone area. Knowledge means survival. If we know and if we are knowledgeable about it, then we can survive. Also, Kalibo is a catch basin of the Aklanon River. One kita choice. Kalibo itself, dayaro agagyan it Aklanon River. Iya gapanaog imaw. And then we aim for disaster and emergency resiliency. As it translates to economic progress and good governance, we aim for vibrant and livable city of Kalibo. Do yun do aton nga aim. So that's why we have to prepare for emergencies and disasters. Now, let me show you the status of the emergency and disaster situation in Kalibo. This is a hazard analysis table conducted during a VCA assessment in 2011 conducted by my office, and in 2013 conducted by my office with former JOCV JICA volunteer Tatsuya Hada. Mr. Hada is now a JICA officer that's in charge of disaster response in Tokyo. So, bukod niya tayo mauhon makaroon it volunteer, he is one of the top guys nga handle disaster response. He is still in contact with us. He is still our good friend. Let's go to the table. As you can see, tanawin ninyo, you have the natural hazards, the technological hazards, the national security hazards. Do yun do mga hazards naton iya. Now, gin-ranking naton nun based imaw sa risk at based imaw sa impact. Do yun datong inubra. Now, haman ginbutan naton do risk kag do impact. Do risk hay naga-show kung mabaho risk go it Kalibo. And then, do impact hay naga-show kung ano kita ka preparado. Do yun daan ako karon. Kung mano kita ka preparado. Of course, wabi kami time nga mag-conduct it assessment, but we will be reassessing for the 2020, hopefully after the CCP virus emergency or COVID-19. But yeah, look at the risk table. Kung makita natin, you have tsunami is low, typhoon is high, flooding is high, earthquake is medium, drowning is medium. You have infectious disease is low, but I guess dahil nga na, kinahangan niya na i-change yung daimaw. It is now high because of the impact of COVID-19 or CCP virus. CCP means Chinese Communist Party virus. You have urban fire, which is high, and liquefaction also high. Liquefaction, high reaction, it isang ka material sa dayom it gugta nga may una nga tubi. Kung ikagog nimo gugta nga ron gasaka or tubi karon gasink ra yung mga mabugat nga bagay kay ibahan ro mga buildings. Do yun do liquefaction. So we have also extreme temperature, which is high. We have medical pre-hospital emergencies. High imaw ro mga pre-hospital emergencies, mga vehicular, mga medical, because of nga number of calls registered sa ating emergency services. Now, impact hay pag kung mano kita ka preparado ag kung makaya naton impact. So for example, nakita naton do tsunami hay low ag high. Low ro risk pero high ro impact. Low imaw dahil wa kita it history. We're basing it sa history, it's ang area. Pati ro verbal history, ro istorya at mga magugang. Uwa kita ithakuan karon. High encounter. Pero what if kung may una, then the impact will be high. Do yun nabutang bagan karon. Now, let's say for typhoon, you have the risk is high, but the impact haman naging medium. If we go back sa Yolanda na scenario, because we are in urban area, bukon it masyadong mabaho. Pero impact it Yolanda. In comparison imaw sa Typhoon Frank, which is may baha. If you look at Typhoon Frank or flooding, sorry, for the flooding, which is baha, higher risk na because catch basin nga ni Kalibo. And then, high manro impact. Although may una kita mga measures nga na obra makaron, again, kinahanglan natin ni BCA, but as we observe, hay bukon pa it masyado nga, hindi pa pwede magpanaog ro impact. Because nga, bukon it kompleto ro mga flood control wall. Kinahanglan nga makompleto flood control wall para magnaba ro impact katon from high to medium. So, as of now, makita natin the flooding is high and high. So, ano pagid nga natural disasters ro nakabutang as high ag high. And look at urban fire. Diba? Urban fire is because of ng kaabuan ng mga bagay, it is an urban area. Kaabuan ng mga bagay, giigiping. Duyon do sambilog ang problema. Giigiping mo. And then when the fire starts, pati ro kaiping ay masunog. Pinaka-latest natin is in 2019, which is aton nga Kalibo public market na sunog. So, that's the reason why nga high permero kwan fire. So, daywa ro aton nga may daywang ka-high sa risk at sa impact. You have the flooding, which is both high, and then the urban fire, which is both nga may high amount. Now, ano next karon? Siguro next niya kuan is combination high and medium, which is you have the typhoon and you have the liquefaction. Earthquake, medium and high. So, kung makita natin the earthquake, high medium imaw ag higher impact. Medium imaw because nga magayo kita sa kuan. Buko wa kita fault line nga magapit katon. Pero may una nga fault line nga mga area siguro at Libakaw, Madalag and somewhere there was pa na fault. So may magapit gihapon nga possibility magkuan kita earthquake. Ro impact is high because nga bukon itanan nga mga buildings naton high nagasunod sa earthquake resistant nga measure. Kung makita mo Japan, it's magnitude 9.1. Most, if not all buildings are intact. Pero iba yung nagkakakuhan dahil sa tsunami. Pero remember that. Diyan do aton nga nga tandaan. So this is the current emergency disaster situation in Kalibo. Let's go to the types of disasters, complex emergencies that everyone should know about. The following are the most common sa Kalibo. You have the earthquake. Pinaka-latest is near Mindoro, Masbate. I forgot. Pinaka-latest on. That's about close to a few weeks ago. You have the fire. You have the flood. You have the typhoon. You have the road accidents and the drowning. So, sino dapat involved karon? Everyone. Tanan kita involved. For the government to spearhead the preparation, mitigation, response, recovery, and rehabilitation programs involving all sectors of the society, especially the vulnerable ones, such as children, pregnant women, the elderly, the senior citizens, the differently abled, and even the women, kinahanglan nga ma-involve tanan. Private sector, they have to take up social responsibility more seriously by supporting the programs in disaster risk reduction management and provide assistance to NGOs conducting similar work, not to mention following their conscience and making a better and greener or earth-friendly environment to everyone. For the non-disaster aligned NGOs, they have to take active roles in shifting their programs and projects towards DRRM or climate change adaptation activities. Okay, for each households, they have to prepare their family for any types of emergencies. Kaya nga, household yun tara. Try to forget the old beliefs that once major disasters has passed, it will not happen again. May nabi kita nga ginagawa may unang pagpati ng mga magugang. Anda nga ni hambag ato, di ba, sa after Yolanda. Hindi man mauman nun, mga 10 years kung man ron. After Frank kani, naghambag, after 10 years man ron. Mauman ron. 10 years po taman ron. 2012. Typhoon Kinta. nagbaha man do Kalibo. That's less than the 10 years nga kwan nga ginaisip nanda. We have to remember nga the term climate change. It affects everyone. That's why nga hindi yun kita kahambal nga after 10 years, super typhoon nga ron, di yun mauman ron. And nakita natin ro kagrabe nga typhoon. The pinaka-last is the one nga nagtama sa Japan. And also Taiwan. So, tanda natin nga makaron because of climate change. May una-un nga changes. So, we can't knock on wood. We don't believe in that. As DRR professionals, we don't believe in knocking on wood. It doesn't work. We have to be prepared. Kinahanglan nga preparado kita. And then, these are the earthquakes felt in Kalibo. Masbate, tama ang hambag. 6.6 magnitude earthquake struck the island of Masbate. This was in August 18. Anong makaron? More than a month. It's October. So, August 18, 2020, leaving at least wala patay, 170 injured. May Gian 7.6, awak nga niya kabutang ro Davao nga mas mabaskog ro Davao nga to. Nga mabaskog man Davao nga to. So you have Gian, you have Bohol, wako man pagbutang nga pan pinaka-latest ang binutang which is Masbate. Also, fire incidents in Kalibo. Agsang bilog na makita sa picture hayro Kalibo public market naton. This was in September 15, 2019. So, doon yung mga impact iya katon. It affects everybody. It affects the business owners. It affects ro mga nagabagaligya. It affects kita. Gabakal kita Ayawan kita at usoy sa mga ginabagaligya nga to. Aton nga mga suki. Ginasukian naton nga mga kwan, nga mga bagakan, wagon. Dahil unang sana sa mga kwan, nagmamatay, ayawan kita at usoy. Doing the fire incidents in Kalibo. Now, you have the flash flood. June 24, 2008. After 2008, you have December 16, 2012. 2008 is Typhoon Frank. December 2012 is Typhoon Quinta. Makita mo pictures sa ubos nga ron. If you look at this picture here, right here, that's rooftop lang ro nabilin. Ginbuo ro picture nga ron sa ibabaw it third floor it aton nga munisipyo at Kalibo. Ga-overlook sa Department of Education anay nga division office. Duyon do habilin ana. Aside from that, however, abo kita nga mga recorded yung mga flash flooding sa Kalibo. The good thing hay naglasan imaw. Ano mga reasons karon? Ro mga flood control walls hay ginbutangon. It aton nga Department of Public Works and Highways. Of course, they are the ones nga nagabuyot karon sa mga waterways naton. Una gon gin set up kun imaw. But abo pang kugang, wa pa nataposon. So, ro impact sa dati anay about estimate naton to 2008 nga to, 2012, and then makarong year ibaon the impact sa area it sila sir nag-uyotorong, which is a low-lying area. So, ibaon imaw ikumpara mo sa dati. Pero again, we still have a long way to go. We're hoping our national government i-fund paghihapon nga tapuson ro flood control program iya sa Banwa Kalibo. And then, of course, you have the vehicular accidents. These are pretty much recent. Mga reasons behind. You have the drunk under the influence of drugs and liquor. Pero may gitaron. Also, you have the wet and slippery roads or highways. Pero kabuan na binaton nga mga roads ay uwa mawit ko traction. Matay book. Unlike sa ibang nasyon nga ginasadihan pag itananda paano maging safe road. May anda kita mga measures nga ginaobra, may maginasunod kita sa mga standards. Yakaton wabi Una kita nga cursory nga inspection, may una nga sagkiri nga mga ano tawag ridges, mga roads, pero that's about it. Gradient, kuan, anang paano anang barrier sa side, ibutang paano barrier nga dapat high technologically advanced, how siya katon no. And then you have kids get drag race sa motorcycles. So those are 3. Although number 3 nga ron nga drag racing sang kere ron. Pero yun nga drunk under the influence. That's one of the problems. Even now nga nakakuan kita. Bisan may una nga curfew. And of course, drowning incidents. So these are drowning incidents in Kalibo nga bukon imaw abo. But kung may matabo gid man, iba ra impact sa family or families with victims. Iba ra impact because devastating mayad kanda. We have one case in Lambingan Beach. The mom was so devastated nga nagbutang it yang matcha advocacy kana nga to make ru area is sa kung sino na gumos nga safe. So she became our partner agrana family with regards to kwan karon actually kuraya nga ra dahil busy ro aton nga office nagsanda nag-replace it no swimming. Swim at your own risk nga landmark ito sa bukod landmark kundi ay mabahoy nga board ito sa Lambingan area. Doon sambilog sa mga sambilog sa mga partners naton. It's the family of the victim itself. And then of course COVID-19 or the Chinese Communist Party virus update. So, sino nag-umpisa kita imaw? It is an outbreak of CCP virus that was detected in the mainland China in December of 2019. December of 2019 pa tayo mo na detect. February 12, 2020, WHO officially named it as Coronavirus Disease 2019 or COVID-19. Why nga kabuan ng Western countries makaron high CCP virus or tawag nanda. It's mainly because nga gusto nang ipa-own up sa China. Because right now WHO is because the administrator of the Secretary General of the WHO his country which is Ethiopia hay mabahuro tayo sa China. And that's probably the reason why nga bisan ako nga cautious ako magpamati sa WHO. I would rather listen to Singapore's Center for Disease Control or the US Center for Disease Control based in Atlanta, Georgia. So, the CCP virus likely originated in a wet market in Wuhan, China. The word is likely. Unknown paghihapon do origin. Dahil common denominator dahil kabuan ng mga victims sa ito randang pag-contact tracing ito naghalin imaw sa Wuhan, China sa Ruiyang wet market. And then there is no known cure sa virus. So pinaka best gihapon ay minimum health standards. Hindi kita magpinating may cure do CCP virus. Up to now wa pa gihapon. It's still in the early stages of research. So this will happen sa sangka person. If infected, the person coughs or sneezes. The CCP virus may be transmitted through exhaled binugang droplets which can enter a victim's system through the mouth, the eyes, or the nose. And then, medical researchers found out that CCP virus can also be aerosolized. Another term aerosolized. Up for 3 hours. Aerosolization is because bukod art naging airborne mo because nag-aerosolize mo. Pero to aerosolize, you need high concentration of oxygen, which only happens sa hospitals, kapin pa sa mga treatment centers na nagagamit in advanced and basic life support, gamit in oxygen. And then sa ambulances, there's a reason why nga ginlasan ro paggamit or even ginduga ro paggamit it O2 sa mga ambulances. Because nga kung ro patient is positive, tanan nga kaibahan na nauna sa sugod, infected yun tayo. Or possibly na-infect sanda. Now, CCP virus can survive up to 4 hours on copper. Copper, usually sa mga tubo, itubi. Copper, do iba karon. Up to 24 hours sa cardboard. Karton. Karton makita yan. Up to 24 hours yung mga makasurvive. And up to 2 to 3 days on plastic. Plastic na butang. Like this one. Plastic. Or stainless steel. Stainless steel. So, up to 24 hours. That means nga kinahanglan ni i-disinfect nimo. Kung rin yun, hagin pang tabing ron it patient, then may possibility nga ma-infect pati ikaw. Kung hindi mo pag i-wipe limpyuhan imaw. So, the minimum health standards is still the best option. Number 1 is hand washing for 20 seconds. Specific nga mayad to 20 seconds. 20 seconds. And then wearing of masks, of face mask and face shield. Sambilog pa gano'n. And of course, again, balik kita sa physical distancing. We have to observe all those. So these are the updates for the the Chinese Communist Party virus. I will end my lecture here because this is only the first part. This is the module 1 of the lecture. We still have more to come. So, click on the link below sa ruin nga Google nga link para mag input it inyong sa survey and questionnaire form. Agod madali na ako nga ma-identify kung sino ro nagbuo karaya nga. Of course, more will come. This is the first part, the first module. Please subscribe sa channel nakon i-click ro like. Also ro notification bell, i-click niyo man ro karon sa bell nga form nga ron, i-click niyo man doon dahil di karon nga form maka doon your bell nga ron hay ma-notify ka mo kung may mga bago akong video nga gina-upload na akon sa akon nga YouTube channel gara. So, thank you guys. See you on module 2. Hopefully in less than in a week's time matapos na ako. Again, thank you. See you next time.